Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all how I like to do a cool toned smoky eye look with my favorite Tartelette in Bloom palette. This is a beautiful palette. It has lots of good neutrals in it. So we are just going to go ahead and get started. But before we do that, please don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, and also like this video if you'd like to see more videos like it. And also make sure that you set the bell to all so that you are notified every time I upload a brand new video onto my channel. And so let's go ahead and get started with the eye look. Okay, so we're all zoomed in, and I'm going to apologize in advance because my allergies are through the roof today. So I am going to have a little bit of watery eyes happening here, but I'm going to clean up first. So I have already set the concealer and foundation on my eyes with a little bit of Charmer mixed in with Flower Child. They're just a really nice couple of light colored mattes. This is more of a white, and this is a little bit more ivory, more skin tone, but I find that it really brightens up my eyes. And I'm going to put a little bit of Charmer right on the inside corners of the eyes and right underneath the brow bone. Okay, so let's get started. I am going to grab my favorite Scott Barnes blender brush, which is the 6-2, and I am going to go in first with the color Rocker, which is this guy right here. A little bit of shimmer, but a cool tone. And I'm going to start with this in the crease, doing windshield wiper motions and circular motions. So I start kind of in the crease, and then I build it up to kind of this outside edge, and then I start to take it up towards the brow bone. And I take it all the way almost up here. I avoid this area since I just put Charmer there, but I want to build it up so it's a nice blown out look. And also, as you're using your brushes, don't forget to tap off the excess pigment from your brush. That will help with any fallout. You would also make sure that you get a nice even wash of color onto your eye. Now I'm bringing this Rocker color into kind of the outside corner of my eye. And pulling it inward. Making sure it's all nice and blended, so there are no harsh lines. Okay, and you can build this up as much as you'd like to give the intensity that you want for the look. Okay, so I'm going to swap my brushes, and I'm going to take my smudger brush from e.l.f. Again, this is a great brush. I showed it off in my best cruelty-free brushes video, but this guy is awesome. e.l.f. is really inexpensive and always cruelty-free, and it's just a great brush. It's great for getting right underneath that lower lash line. So I'm going to take the same color Rocker, load up my brush, tap off the excess, and go right underneath the lower lash line. And because I want this to be a fairly blown out look, I'm going to extend the color, if you can see how I kind of did on this eye, further down my lower lash line a little bit. And of course I always blend up into the existing shadow on the top lid so that it's just all cohesive. And after that, I'm going to take my Scott Barnes blender brush again and just kind of go around that outside edge just to make sure everything is blended. And this is a fairly light color, so you don't have to worry about it getting too dark as you're kind of blending on the outside edge of your eye here. Okay, first lay down of color is done. So now I'm going to go into the color right next door. I'm going to go into Jet Setter and do the same thing. Load up my Scott Barnes blending brush and go right on the outside edge and into the crease. And now I'm starting to blend upwards with Jet Setter just a little bit, but not going as high as I did with Rocker. Now I'm going to take the smudger brush again, go into Jet Setter, and focus this color a little closer to the lash line, and just kind of do the outer 2/3 of the lower lash line. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So now we're going to go into Leader right here, which is this pretty kind of reddish deep brown color. And I'm going to go in with my Pure Minerals utility brush. It's a little bit more precise just because I don't want this deeper color everywhere. I really want to focus it right on this outer corner. So I'm going to kind of lay it down. Make sure you're tapping off the excess, kind of lay it down on that outside third of your eye. And then blend it into the crease. But don't take it any further up than just the crease area. So you're starting to create that gradient of color from light to dark. And I'm taking this color and going a little further into my crease, so dragging it a little bit further through the crease this way. Just so you get some nice definition in there as well. All right. Again, take the smudger brush, go into Leader, tap off the excess, and just put this right on that outer corner. Basically just the size of the width of the smudger brush. Just wiggling it back and forth to get a nice lay down of color, but not exceeding that area. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take a clean brush. This is one of my favorites. This is from Urban Decay. It actually came in one of my Urban Decay palettes. So this is a clean brush, and I'm just going to go on the edges here and just kind of blend everything using a very light touch, and that just gets rid of any creasing or lines you may have. I'm going to actually dip into a tiny bit of Rocker, which was the very first color that we used for the transition shade. And I'm just going to go right back where I had initially laid it down and make sure that color is prominent. So last but not least, I'm going to take my Pure Minerals utility brush again, and I'm going to go into Activist, which is this color here. It's a nice warm brown, but it's almost black. So I'm going to take just the littlest bit, tap off the excess, and you're going to go on the outside corner of your eye, lay the brush down, and just do little downward swipes. Just really focusing that color right on the outside edge. And just so that it's blended, just wiggle that color into that outside crease, just a smidge, so that it doesn't just look like a little dot of color that you put on your eyelids. Blending it into my crease again, making sure that's a nice shape. But I don't want this color really blown out, because I like a smoky eye, but I still like a lot of brightness, because otherwise I think my eyes kind of just look dragged down. So I'm going to go into Funny Girl, which is this color right here. It's a really pretty gold color. I'm just going to go in with my ring finger, tap into that shade, and then just lightly tap it onto the lid. And I'm really focusing from really the front half of my eye here. And then I'm going to blend it just a little bit with light pressing motions into kind of that outer third of my eyelid. Okay, same thing on the other side. So I'm also going to take that same color and pop it right into the inside corner of my eye, just because I like a little bit of brightness there. I think it just opens up your eyes, makes everything light and bright, which I really like, even with the smoky eye. And then also drag it just a little bit on that lower lash line as well. So for liner next, I am going to go in with my angle brush from the Balm, and I am going to go into Smoke Show, which is this color right here, and that's more of like a true black. So I'm going to dip in with my brush. Make sure you tap off the excess with this one, because you do not want any fallout underneath your eyes. So I'm going to take the color and I'm going to line the entire lash line. You can try to decrease the fallout with this color by wetting your brush a little bit with some setting spray or some water even, but I like to just use it as a powder just because it's a little softer, and then I can try to clean up that fallout after I'm done. So I'm just going to take my liner and just wing it out slightly. Not very much, but just a little wing there. And then take your big fluffy brush, sweep away the fallout. Yeah, pretty good. A couple little dots, but not so bad. Okay, now that I've checked about 7 times to make sure that they're even on both sides, I'm going to go back with my big fluffy brush get rid of any of that fallout. Alright, so just to top it off, I'm going to go in with some mascara. And for a smoky eye look, I really like to load up the lashes with mascara just because I don't wear false lashes at all, and so I want my lashes to kind of stand up to the boldness of the color of the eyeshadow. I still want my lashes to still look like they're there. So I'm going to zoom you back out so you can get the full completed look. Alright, so there is this eyeshadow look all completed. I hope you all enjoy it. I personally really like it. It's a little bit more bold, something you might wear if you ever go out again, or if you just want to feel a little extra bold and flirty. So that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed seeing this look and seeing something a little bit different than just my everyday look. Again, I just used the Tartelette In Bloom palette. I think this was look number 3 from this palette. It really is so versatile. I love it. It actually smells really good too. It has this really nice vanilla scent. If you have a chance, pick up this palette. It's great. It has a bunch of great neutrals in it. And let me know what kind of look you would like to see in the comments. I have a couple of ideas. I could do another kind of easy everyday look with some different shades from the palette that I haven't used, or I have an idea to do a cut crease look as well. So let me know what you would like to see in the comments. Alright, and that is it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!